Hello, I'm WVEA President Dale Lee, and today is Thursday, February 27th. There was a big win for public education in the Senate on Tuesday. Senate Joint Resolution 9 was defeated on third reading. WVEA applauds Senate Democrats Baldwin, Beach, Facemeyer, Hardesty, Ianfeld, Jeffries, Lindsay, Palumbo, Plymel, Prezioso, Romano, Stallings, Unger, and Woelfel, as well as Republican Senators Hamilton and Pitsenbarger, for standing together to defeat SJR 9 by a vote of 18-16. A two-thirds majority vote was required for passage of the proposed constitutional amendment. SJR 9 was the constitutional amendment that would have given the legislature the ability to create a 6-year phase-out of the property tax on machinery, equipment, and inventory, and the personal property tax on automobiles. Those reductions would have lowered revenue to the county governments and county school systems by nearly $300 million. Senate Bill 837 was the Senate majority's attempt to replace those funds by raising the sales tax and the tobacco taxes. However, those tax increases would only create $200 million in revenue. Previously, Senate Democrats attempted to amend the bill and to keep the property tax reduction on automobiles, but eliminate the reduction of the manufacturing inventory tax from the bill. The Senate leadership rejected that idea. The refusal to compromise on the amendment shows the true intent of the legislation: to continue to reduce business taxes on out-of-state corporations and to make up the lost revenue on average working West Virginians in the form of tax increases. The Senate leadership's plan would not fully make up for the loss of revenue to our county governments and our schools. It would have meant that the continued loss of money for our already struggling local governments and county school systems. That translates to less deputies on the road, less programs in our schools, and less services provided by local governments. WVEA worked with the WVSSPA, the West Virginia Association of Counties, and the Counties Commissioners Association of West Virginia in opposition to this legislation from the start. As more and more details of the plan were revealed, the extent of harm to county governments and our public schools became clear. Thank you to everyone who called, emailed, or contacted their senators and urged them to vote against the bill. Your efforts were instrumental in holding the bipartisan coalition together in defeating this bill. And we also want to again thank the 16 senators for standing together and standing strong against Senate Joint Resolution 9. Please reach out to them and tell them thank you for supporting our students and our public schools and rejecting SJR 9. You can find their contact information on WVEA.org. Other action this week has centered on the House and Senate versions of the Tim Tebow bill, the House and Senate versions of the Hebrew bill, and Senate Bill 616. So let me spend just a little time on each of these pieces of legislation. Senate Bill 616 is known as the Grievance Bill, and it passed the Senate on a vote of 27-7 and is headed to the House. Senators Stallings, Facemeyer, Prezioso, Baldwin, Hardesty, Lindsay, and Romano were the no votes. Although the bill has been amended, it still contains provisions that are of concern to the WVEA. Contact your delegates and urge them to reject Senate Bill 616 as it moves through the House. Senate Bill 38 would allow county boards to offer students in grades 9 and up a social studies elective in sacred text or comparative religions. This bill has passed the Senate and is headed to the House. The House version of the bill passed earlier. House Bill 4780 allows the county boards of education to offer students in grades 9 and up the following classes: an elective social studies course on the Hebrew Scriptures, Old Testament of the Bible, an elective social studies course on the New Testament of the Bible, or an elective social studies course on the Hebrew Scriptures and the New Testament of the Bible. Now, the bill requires the state boards of education to include core standards in the program of studies for West Virginia schools, including the teacher qualifications and required professional development. The Bible can already be used in schools as a literary or historical reference. Now, we believe that the Senate version of the bill is the better of the two, and will be asking the House to adopt the Senate version. Now, the two chambers have also passed different versions of the Tim Tebow bill. House Bill 4137 would allow homeschooled students to participate in secondary extracurricular and interscholastic activities. There are some requirements of the Tebow student written in the bill, including demonstrating satisfactory evidence of academic progress for 1 year, be enrolled in at least one virtual course, comply with the disciplinary rules of the SSAC and the county board, and agrees to obey all the rules of the SSAC parental consents, physical exams, and vaccinations. Now, the Senate version of the bill is Senate Bill 131. This version of Tim Tebow allows homeschooled students, students who attend private school, or students who attend a non-WVSSAC school to participate in athletics or other extracurricular activities at the WVSSAC member school. Now, although the House version of the bill is better, WVEA is opposed to both Tim Tebow bills. Your calls and legislative contacts are invaluable in stopping bad legislation. As we approach the final week of the legislative session, meetings will run long and bills will be moving quickly. Please keep informed through our daily lobby line, our dedicated teachers Facebook page, and our website. As always, thank you for everything you do, and we'll talk to you soon.